Welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. I'm Gerry. Max and Edward are here. We're on location in Dubai right now. You know, we needed warm weather training too.
David sends his regards. He's out with the rest of the team at the minute, unfortunately.
David gets to hang with the team. That's just David, though.
Yeah.
You got to know him. That's the way it is.
I was pinging in balls to Jordan Pickford earlier, so I can't let that one unmentioned.
I don't know any of the team because I'm a loser. I'm too old. I may get the opportunity to hang with Big Sam one day. Speaking of misinformation or lack thereof, segue.
Oh, that was
smooth, eh, guys?
You've learned well. You've learned well.
I rehearsed these in my mirror at night. Back last year, in 2017.
So long ago.
In October. Not even like it was in December. In October.
It totally was. It was right around the time when Koeman was going to lose his job or had just lost his job. It came out that
Maybe that's why they didn't announce it. They thought, oh, let's announce a new contract. Oh, the manager's gone. Better leave it on ice for a bit.
You know, I mean, basically, if you don't know what Edward's talking about, all right?
Where have you been?
There were rumors coming out that Gana was going to sign a new contract. It was impending. It was going to happen. All right? And it was going to happen soon. It was going to be a 5-year deal. This is happening. This is late October.
For 5 months.
Yes. I mean, it was... And then it went away. And you see all over Twitter, all over the message boards, every once in a while you would catch someone saying, what happened to Gana signing a contract? What happened to Gueye's contract? What's the deal with that? And then it would go silent again. It's always Edward under his 10 different Twitter names.
Sorry.
And then it just came out. It didn't even come out. Everton didn't announce this. Apparently the FA confirmed that Gana, in fact, did sign a contract October 26th, 2017. So it did happen. It's a 5-year deal, and that's what we know. What? So
speaks volumes.
Was that actually around the time of the Arsenal game?
Yeah, it wasn't far off, was it?
Yeah.
It wasn't. I think that sounds like it was a couple of days, wasn't it?
What is the... so one of my thoughts, Edward, is one you mentioned, is that maybe they were holding off announcing it because it didn't want to seem like a celebration when we've just sacked a manager. Okay? There's that. However, some would say that's a great time to announce a contract signing when everybody's like, we don't have a manager. Like, oh, a good player has decided to commit himself to us.
I think Everton, in that sense, have always been relatively good. You know, when Stones left, Williams was announced. When Lukaku left, we made sure Rooney was there and announced. But it kind of it speaks volumes of the inconsistencies of the communications between fans and club, really, or club to fans, I should say. I think it all kind of kicked off with when Cenk Tosun was announced during half-time at the Merseyside derby. My suspicions were even be announced after the game because I thought, particularly, I kind of picked up on the trend that Everton have of when there's bad news, get that out the way, then throw in the good news and try and help everyone forget the bad news.
Yeah,
it's a bit weird the way Cenk Tosun was announced at half time. I would have thought that he would have been announced after the game, after we got beat.
I thought it was a bizarre choice, unless there's some sort of extenuating circumstance there.
Yeah.
Can I just say as well, the thing with the Arsenal game was actually on the 22nd as well, so only 5 days before Gana signed the contract. So maybe that is something interesting as well, because if Koeman left, maybe that's what convinced Gana to stay.
Or maybe that's...
He wasn't...
So I was going to say maybe that's one of the reasons why they didn't announce it, because they didn't want it to seem like he had signed because Koeman left.
You know, we see this plenty of times. You know, that after Martinez was sacked, the end of season awards was cancelled.
Yeah.
The Christmas party's been cancelled. You know, Everton in that sense are a very strange club. At they shut things down that could lead to any negative exposure, and I don't know. It just seems to be a trend that you tend to pick up on with Everton. And again, this miscommunication I feel is just as bad as announcing Tosin at half time, because I feel like Gana's one of our most important players, one of our best players, and one of our most loved players. So to not make an announcement out of that, and because I clearly do think he's a player that would attract attention from abroad or from other, you know, from the top six. So to not announce that is strange to me.
Yeah. I've been trying to think of the strategic reason why you hold on to it. I get holding on to it till when, you know, a little ways, given a little grace period after Koeman's gone, somebody else has settled in.
Yeah.
But it's been a while. It's been a long while.
Very long time.
How do you not
5 months at least, so.
announce that later on?
If it's a case that it's been forgotten about and forgotten to be announced because of the Koeman scenario, then again that speaks volumes of the communications, and it seriously needs to get looked at by the club and improved. I'm
wondering when someone's going to ask Sam that. You know what I mean? Or ask Gana that in an interview of some sort. You know, they have interviews all the time. Why would someone not ask about this? You know, exactly. Sometimes it seems like the interview questions are a little soft. They could be a little more penetrating. But, yeah. But this is something that just came out. Sort of new news, so maybe we'll hear something about it later on in the week. So, I hope. We should. If we don't...
You just have Everton, like, at the end of the week just saying, we'd like to happily announce that Gana has signed a brand new contract on a 5-year deal.
Yeah, and that wouldn't surprise me, and that speaks volumes of how out of touch this season's really been.
Imagine he had, like, a haircut or something, like his hair was really different back in October, and you could just tell when he signed it.
He had a full beard. Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Yeah. I mean... I actually, before we started this segment, I checked Twitter really quick just in case Everton had announced it. You know, now that it's out, why not? Let's just say something about it. You know, I mean, it's really weird. It's a strange scenario. There's got to be I'm hoping there's a very logical reason. You know, and one would I would hope there
really
would be. Yeah,
there should be. You know, and that remains to be seen. But you know, one should hope that there is a logical as to why, and that they get it out there. They can't. It's not as if they can keep these cards close to the chest now. So, you know, it's out there.
I don't know anything. No.
it's out into the world now, and I don't know. Again, it just seemed to be one of these idiosyncrasies with the club that keeps us out of grasp of being a kind of, and I hate to use the term, but a global brand. You know, if the communications are off, there are several other things that, you know, suffer as a consequence. And you look at some of the you know, we become notorious for our transfer announcement videos, which got a lot of good press attention and things like that. So you'd have hoped that they'd have picked up on that and thought, you know, we'll continue to be consistent with what we release and hope to attract continuous good press. But as you say, Gerry,
I found something quite funny. Sorry, go on, carry on.
No, I was just going to say, you know, you should hope there's a logical reason behind it.
Yeah. But what I was going to say, I saw something on Twitter, and it was actually quite funny. Everton are able to leak out team news, injury news, everything like that, and yet they keep something like this under wraps. It's so weird, isn't it? Like, player signings and everything like that, they can all be leaked, but then something like this, signing contracts, somehow they've kept it under wraps. It's so...
There's something
it's weird.
There's something up. Here's the thing. We have a tendency in, like, social media culture to assume people are idiots. You know what I mean? It's sort of like we see, that's one of the reasons why sarcasm doesn't work very well on things like Twitter, is because you immediately think they're an idiot and they mean that. You know what I mean? And so it's really hard. a lot of people's assumption when something like this happens is that Everton are inept. Okay? That they're bumbling, that they make these ridiculous mistakes because they're bumbling and they don't know what they're doing. All right? And there have been mistakes that look shambolic, that seem shambolic, and you wonder what the thought process is behind it. And if there was better communication, we would understand, instead of it just seeming bumbling and shambolic, we'd understand the process behind it, instead of just thinking, oh, they announced Tosun at halftime because they're inept, because they don't know what they're doing. There's some smart people there, you know.
But you should hope.
Yeah, and if they don't explain it to us, it kind of perpetuates the thought that they just don't know what they're doing, that they're just sort of dumb about it, you know.
Agree.
And that sucks, because you know there's smarter people behind it. Now, having said that, do I think that everybody who's working for Everton right now is on point and is just aces? No. I think that would be incredibly naive, you know, to think that everybody's perfect for their job. I can't say that. One of the reasons why the communications department is not great is because someone is not doing what they're supposed to. Someone. So,
We won't name names.
but you know who we're talking about.
Yes, you.
So, yeah, I don't know, guys. When I heard this, I just shook my head. You know, because
it's just Everton, isn't it?
It's
Just
ridiculous.
is Everton.
Yeah, and so I'm sick of hearing about stuff like this, stories like this. You know, why? Communications department. Make some changes. I think this solves a lot of this. Us saying that saying. That's just Everton. You know what I mean? Let's get away from that. You know?
Let's not just be Everton.
You know?
Let's not sell our best players like you got us scared for about 5 months thinking we were going to be selling him. Anyone else get a little bit worried when they weren't announcing anything?
Are you talking about Omar Nias?
No, Gana.
Sorry.
And Umar.
I just like the idea of all of us getting scared because Omar's gone. That would be. And the thing is, right now,
I'm getting him on the back of my shirt. I need to have him staying here for a bit.
He's our most consistent goal scorer right now.
I know. Yeah.
So strange. It's a weird time to be Everton.
I want him to keep doing that little celebration move that he's got with Gana going.
Yeah, agreed. You know, if Omar doesn't watch out, he's gonna be. I mean, is Senegal in the World Cup?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. So if he's not careful, he's gonna be on that plane.
Oh.
How cool would it be to watch Nias in the World Cup? That'd be awesome. You know?
Nias going up against the greatest and lifting the World Cup. We have a World Cup winner in our team.
Watching him
talking about Everton's communication department, we've finished on Omar Nias winning the World Cup.
Hey, it's the greatest way to end the show.
Up the Toffee.
This was. I ended with this one specifically so it would be a positive, like, oh, he did sign that contract, great. But then there's that level of crap.
It's great. It was
always gonna be good
as well. I mean, I know contracts essentially don't mean shit in this day and age. I mean, I know someone will always be there to buy him out, but you know, it's always nice having that reassurance that if someone is going to come in and buy him, that they're going to have to pay a lot of that. And I mean, for one personally, he's probably my favourite player out of a lot of them. So I hope he doesn't leave, because I feel like he's.
Are we still talking about Nias?
No, one of, if not the most important player that we've got. So. It's great. It's great news, and we're all happy that he signed a 5-year contract.
Yeah. Especially since I heard rumors that Arsenal have been sniffing around him. So
that's the side that I could have saw him going to as well.
Hoping that's bullshit. I guess that's it for Idrissa Gueye signs a new contract. I guess now we know. Please subscribe if you're liking what you're watching. We appreciate that. Leave a like, leave a comment, all that stuff. We're so close to 500 subs. You can make that happen. So yeah. Check out Edward's YouTube channel, Jam E. James. The details are somewhere down that region down there. Check out Max's stuff on the Toffee Blues website. Check out the Toffee Blues website. There's a lot of analysis, player analysis, team analysis, all that kind of stuff on there. Check out the Toffee Blues on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and any of those other social media things that you do. I don't know a lot of them. I'm almost 40. So I guess that's it. We'll see you next time. Guys, thanks so much. Max and Edward, I've been Gerry. Bye.
Adios.